We are 4 months away from releasing our first computer OS operating system, Hideout OS. And it's super exciting. We have almost 700 bugs fixed here just 4 months from release, which is super cool to see. Means we're making good progress on all that stuff. I'm going to start working on a press release here just to make sure we're all caught up and get that going while we're talking. So thank you so much for joining me once again. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. My name is Caesar, of course. I was already playing this game for about half an hour, and I thought I was recording the entire time, but I didn't record a single piece of it. Luckily, nothing crazy happened, so I'm not too upset about it, but we're going to continue on from where we are. So thank you for joining me again, of course, and make sure to hit the subscribe button, like it, helps out a ton. Leave a comment down below, let me know how you're feeling, and let's get moving here. So we have obviously Hideout OS coming out in 3 months now, which is kind of insane. We've been waiting on this for a few years now, obviously in game time, and it's going to be our first major product that can hopefully take us to the next level. Obviously, we're making, several $1 million a day. We're at $180 million, almost at $200 million before we even release our first OS. We're in 2010, so we're kind of behind. Usually, like by the year 2000, I'm already worth $100 million, but it took us a lot longer this time because I was kind of way behind. I wasn't really doing things as I usually would, just to kind of slow things down a little bit, which I think kind of hurt me a little bit, but it's fine. I'm not upset. We're losing a lot of followers for that, aren't we? Not too worried about it. Waiting for lead designer. Okay, so he is here. There we go. Iteration 1's able to be done. Yeah, 3D. We don't really have a lot of good 3D people because we have a bunch of 2D people and systems people, so that's probably going to take the longest until we get an actual 3D team. Once we get that, though, we'll be good to go. This time around, we're also going to look at project management, so we're probably going to need to hire the rest of our teams, because so far, operational, we have a systems team, a 2D team for the most part, and that's it. We have marketing and support, obviously, but that's it. We don't really have anything else. We don't have our 3D team, audio team, network, or hardware team yet. It's definitely something we got to start looking at eventually if we want to get better products. So for now, going to keep it about the same until we start looking at our... Oh, we're getting robbed. Left empty-handed. Our security guards worked. We have 4 security guards on... Or we have 2 security guards at any given time on property. So it kind of works out. Where are they standing? Do they just stand in random places? Oh, these are all considered doors. That's hilarious. It's because these are all gates, so they think those are all doors. That's actually pretty funny. Why are they not finishing this press release? Can we get this done, please? Let's get that released. Let's get one more press build before release, so hopefully we can get a better product. Next month, we're about to release Hideout OS. I'm super pumped. We're also working on Vision Studio 3D, which is Vision Studio 2, Vision Studio 2D, but in 3D. So that's pretty cool stuff. I got super creative with that, Not really. We got the expected interest to as high as we could. Oh. Dude that calls number 3 literally sold to everybody it could. Can we port this? We can port to a lot. We're going to port this as quickly as we can. We're also going to release Hideout OS. No one knows who we are, which is fine, right? Hopefully our advertisement campaign can just bring us enough people on its own. We didn't print any copies, which is a giant mistake, so we're going to order copies. We're going to order 100,000 copies, and I think that'll be fine for now. Marketing can move all the way to the top as usual. Priority number 10, as we do for every new product. Bring everything else down by 2, by 2, and by 2. Our Hideout OS support thing is now available because we just released. We're going to start an update as quickly as we can because I think this thing is very outdated and we need this thing done as quickly as possible, because if not, we're going to release a very old product. We're going to put this as priority 10, so they'll focus on this over anything else first, and we'll be in a good place. We're going to ignore every other one of our products for now until we can get a lot of this done, because we have a lot of work to do and we got to get it done. We're going to go into crunch. We're going to go into support team can crunch, 2D team can crunch, and systems team can crunch. Those 3 teams are what carry our company right now, so we're going to get everybody on crunch mode, get all of this work done as quickly as possible, and hopefully be done relatively soon. If we can get this update done before the end of the day, I would be the happiest person in the world. Which I think with crunch time, we should be able to get it done. There we go. Now we can prioritize this to priority 10, our porting, and that'll be good to go. We probably should also port to our own system. I don't think we're porting that game to our system. Because right now we're spending $30,000 to $50,000 on advertisement, but we don't have anything that can actually support it. So, like, we don't have any of our products on our own OS. Or Duty That Calls made a bunch of money because we ported it over, and now it's making money again because there's people to sell it to. Hideout OS made us $6 million in a month. Wow. Was not expecting that at all. How much profit? It's already made a $2 million profit, which is insane. We sold about 50,000 copies. We're going to order. Okay, we'll just go into the next screen here. We'll do a limit. We're going to cancel after 1 million of these. So we're going to order 1 million of those copies just so we have them in stock. I think they're going to sell pretty easily. So we can get this stuff out before the next day, which is going to be fine. We have couriers coming in and we have a couple 100,000 already going. But I really want to get this porting done as quickly as possible. So if we can port, we'll be in a good spot. We also got to get these bug fixes going here, because if not, we're going to have a very broken product very, very early on, and I don't want that. New product, you got to focus on bug fixes, get the updates out as quickly as possible. It'll help it sell even more as quickly as possible. And obviously you have your advertisements going, so make sure you have all of that going. Porting is still going, taking a little bit of time there. We're going to get off of crunch mode here so we don't piss everybody off forever. Definitely going to work a little bit slower now because we just had crunch going, but I think it'll work out. It made $6 million again, almost. Plus we're making like $3 million on each product, everything else. Made about $10 million in profit. Last month, $10 million in profit. We're officially worth $200 million, by the way, which is super cool. Well, how much are we worth, actually? We will look at our worth. We go to all companies, and we go to worth. Hideout Inc. is now, what, top 10? We're worth $200 million. Top company is worth 500. We're almost halfway to that. I give it the next 10 years in game, we will be the top valued company in the game, and we're going to be filthy rich. As expected. And I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. Can we get these bugs done? No, we'll release what we can, so I can at least feel a little bit better that we have. Someone retired. You're retired. Were you? You're just a regular person. That means someone will get hired. Okay. We do hire a lot of old people here because you pay high salaries. A bunch of people that show up here are very experienced, so they're kind of old. Not talking bad about it, but it's just the fact. Can we get a bunch of these updates done in one go? I wonder. Yeah, we have a lot going on right now. Everybody's working on like 30 different tasks, but we need to get a bunch of stuff done. Okay, this one's done. This one's working on an actual update, so it's going to take a minute. This one has no actual update, so we can really Hideout OS again, get the next bug fix going, 2D update, get that going as well. No problem at all. I want to finish this porting too, because right now it's just taking forever. And obviously we're losing money on something. What's losing money? Duty That Calls is out of stock completely, so we're going to start printing. I wish I wouldn't do that. 250, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 250,000 copies should be fine. It's in storage. It's already almost 100,000 copies in storage, which is super fantastic. Should be enough to keep us floating for a while. Sales are going down a little bit, which is kind of expected. Can we update a lot of this stuff though? Can we get this done? Like move this stuff up. That update's done. I want to get this update done here. 99, 100. Is that actually 100? I'm gonna assume that's 100 and just release that. And with that, we've already fixed the majority of our bugs and we've updated pretty much all of our products, which is fantastic. Now I want to finish a bunch of these other bugs that I have going on here, so that's what we're going to do today. We're almost done with that porting. Duty That Calls number 3, almost done porting, and I think it was a good thing because we're making a bunch of money off of it again, which is, you know, very, very good plus. And our products aren't dying as fast anymore because we're actually holding a value into the market. We hold on to our sales for a long time. It's pretty exciting stuff. For a while there, everything we would do would die off super quick. But that was because nobody knew who we were. So it made sense, right? Okay. Now that we have that done, we can go back to Vision Studio number 3D, and we'll be in a spot where we can get that done, hopefully here in the next several months, and get this actually started to market and get a new product out, because it'd be super cool to get that product out. It's always the wait. It's always the wait. We just got to wait for things to happen, right? It's one of those things. We could start looking into. I guarantee it's the 3D stuff that's slowing us down. Yeah, we don't have a 3D team. So anything 3D, we're just crawling on. I'm going to hire a 3D team. We're going to go into a leader. Secondary, they're going to be a programmer. And we'll go designer. They can be a designer. Filter by compatibility, we'll go with 3D. It's fine, we'll disable that. Filter by specialization, absolutely. HR, socialization, super good. And I think that's fine. All right, we're going to begin. And who's our best person? Who are you? Born leader. Unfazed. What does it actually do? Unfazed, isn't emotionally affected by anything. Born leader, improved leadership skills, better at everything else. I'm okay with that. Only thing you have to be good at is leading anyway, so I'm okay with you being better at everything else. We're gonna hire you. And she's already on the 3D team, which works. We're gonna pause the game here so she doesn't do anything stupid without us setting this stuff up. Handle wages, handle complaints she can do. She can do hired for, best, and then secondary. We'll do hired for. We'll get rid of this. Education all the way up. We'll do 5 at that. And if we go look at 3D, we need designers, programmers, and artists. So we're going to do 15 programmers, 10 designers, and 5 artists. And that'll be fine. We're going to put everybody on high salary. Traits, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want silent but deadly. And I don't want occasionally forgets. That'll be fine there. We also want to go look at our specializations. We don't want to hire all these random people. We want people who are just good at 3D, and that's about it. 3D people, that's what this team is about. So now we're going to go into our employee list for the 3D marketing team, for the 3D team, and we're going to change the roles up so to make sure the leader is actually the leader. And once we unpause, she'll start hiring people immediately. Now we have a 3D team, which is fantastic. We can also go to assign, get our 3D team assigned to our 3D project. And we can remove our 2D team because there's no 2D in 3D. There might be a little bit, but... But now when we come in the next day, this should start making us pretty decent money, right? Oh, we should start working on updates too because we're kind of slacking on that. So here's going to be the real test, right? We're going to move on to the next day, and we're going to see if getting a 3D team is going to be worth it. I think it will be, for sure. But I want to be sure before I say that. Get proven wrong by the game. That's also a strong possibility. I just removed. Okay, we need to get our 3D teams on here. Our 3D team on here. There we go. Look how fast the updates go now because of our 3D team. Even this is flying. Because we have actual 3D artists now. We didn't have any. There's a bunch of 2D artists doing 3D art. That doesn't really work out. So how fast are they going to do this stuff now? That's going to fly. So if we start going for marketing, and we probably get a release date in like July of 2012. I think we'll be in a good spot. We're going to start writing a press release now here with our marketing team. Make sure that gets done relatively quickly. And we'll be in a good spot to release this stuff. I think today, actually. Yeah, bam. 10 followers. Nobody knows who we are. It makes sense. I'm not complaining about it. In 1 month, we got to 22%. And we're not even crunching. That's really crazy. That means we're making good progress. Now, I want to start looking better at taking care of our employees. And if we go down to the basement, I kind of left room for a bit of a canteen. And so that's kind of what we're going to focus on today. We're going to build a little bit of a canteen and get everybody some food so they can actually eat here. We'll go with something like this because this will be our kitchen. And we're going to put, we already got glass doors there. That's fine. We're going to put a single door here. I think that works. We're going to put this in night mode or day mode. Doesn't matter because we're underground and we can't see anyway. We're going to get some temporary lights just so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Actually, no. We'll start building stuff. Yeah, we'll go with temporary lights for now. Just so we can see what the heck's going on. If we grab... Where are our lights? They're there. Just something basic just to get enough lights for us to see. There we go. Now I can actually see what the heck's going on. So in here, can we actually limit this as a kitchen? Is that a thing? No, we cannot. That's fine. We're going to go with the kitchen. Takes food from cooks and distributes it to canteens using conveyor belts. This has to be new. Okay. So I assume there's also food dispensers. How does this work though? Oh, a conveyor belt feeds it. Oh, okay. So we can do something like, right? Something like that. Get that connected. Now we can do one of these wall conveyor belts, which are in distribution. We can go through one of the wall slots. Where is the wall conveyor belts? There's a way for us to go through walls. I can't seem to find it. That's not that. Wasn't there a way to go through walls, or am I completely just imagining things? I could be totally just imagining things, because I totally remember a wall-mounted. There it is. I'm blind. That's a very strong possibility there. Yep. So how do these work? I assume just like that. Ah. Our kitchen staff will fill this up and it'll take things there, and I think that's just how that works. So now for our kitchen, we can start setting up what they actually need. So we're not going to go insane here, okay? This is not going to be a Gordon Ramsay tier chef kitchen.
Why are you here?
Something like this, and that's about it. We're not going to have much in here, okay? We might decorate it a little bit as we go, but for now, that's about it. Can we... something like that. There we go. Fix our lights a little bit just so they look a little bit more organized and less cluttered. And we're going to grab our sprinkler. And we're going to grab a fire detector as a smoke detector as well, so I don't get yelled at. I want to change the interior. What if we go with something like... no. I kind of dig that blue. The outside looks kind of funny. Yeah. Does a little bit. What if we go with materials, exterior? That's the material there. We got to change the color up, so I assume just like a whitish gray. That's about right. Not perfect, but I'm okay with it. That actually might be pretty close. Okay. So now we have a basic kitchen, which then obviously the kitchen staff will come in here. They'll cook food, and now they got to serve it. For table setup, I was thinking something just kind of basic, nothing too crazy. Isn't this... look, that's a regular shelf. The way they do food now is kind of confusing, so I'm still trying to figure that out. We're going to set up some corner tables, right? So we're going to do something like this. And I think that's going to be fine. Then we can get one of these tables. I'm going to go in here and highlight all of this except for that light and make that white. I think the white's going to look sick. And I also want to look at a bit of a design here. So if we go to materials, and do we do... what kind of a floor do we want in here? I think hardwood would be fine. And then interior, a fun design, something like that. Something a little bit different than we have everywhere else, because everywhere in this company so far, it's the same exact design. So I definitely want to make a little bit of a difference. Ooh. I dig that. We're going to go with that. I want to get a little bit of a hardwood floor going in here. So if we go something like a light wood, I think that works. I kind of like it. It's kind of ugly at the same time, but I like it. I think it's okay to like ugly things, right? Dining chairs, ergonomics are bad, but the comfort's really good. Environment. Can we like set these up here? No, I want the actual dining room chairs. They make more sense. We'll go with the white themed ones because it kind of matches the table. We'll go with something like... something like that. I think that's fine. And we're going to go with like 4 of these, right? There'll be plenty of room for a lot of people to come down here and eat. Going to be a good way to keep that going super well. We're going to delete a bunch of these lights, and we're going to organize these correctly how we did in the kitchen before we started, well, after we got everything set up in there. So we're not done with this canteen yet by any means or anything like that, but I want to go through here and just light up the room so we can actually see what's going on in here. Is that going to be centered? Like, why is this not centered correctly? Guess it's because of that. That works though. Okay. Where does this is like right here on this line. Bring that all the way over here. And now that's centered super well. Oh, I probably should have put one down instead of moving that one. There we go. Lighting is still kind of dark in here, so I want to get another light. I want to go probably there and probably here. That lights it up pretty well. What's our lighting score? 267. This is still not enough lights for this kitchen. It's still telling me that it's dark in here. So what if we just go in the middle? So if we go in the middle, I think that'll just be enough. See, now we're at 400. Decoration is pretty bad. Oh, it says decoration is good because of all the the tables and chairs in here. So it says it's good, but I think it looks kind of ugly. So we're gonna go through and just start putting it down some decorations, right? I think a good thing to have would be a shelf with a bunch of awards that we have for the company. And I feel like it's just one of those things that would make you proud to work here, right? So we're going to go with something like that. We're going to go with best gold and best platinum. Looks super well, and I think it just kind of brings a little bit of the area together. Now with the rest of the space, I want to bring in some plants. I think plants would look fantastic. So maybe a couple in the corners, something like that. We could probably go every corner. Wasn't going to, but I think we could do every corner. And I want to put like a secondary plant next to this. I think that kind of looks good. And I want to put in a couple of other things. So let's get a clock in here because I think that'll be necessary. We'll get some fire protection in here as well. And we're also going to grab where are they? Smoke detector. Because you know it's going to yell at me that I need a smoke detector. Smoke detector, a smoke alarm. So we're going to get that in before it can yell at me and before I can fail another inspection and lose $1 million like it always does to me. And I think that's a good way of doing that. Put in a couple of carpets, I think wouldn't be bad. That's probably fine. I don't like it super lined up, so I think that kind of works well. That makes it a little bit standoutish. I think that works. A couple of TVs, sure, in the room. Why not? We can put it with like company propaganda. I mean, important company announcements. You know what I mean? Things like that. A couple of bookshelves around just in case you want to read or something on your break. And then I want to look at a couple of vending machines just to make sure there's extra stuff out here for them to do. We can throw in a water cooler here. If they want some water, they can grab it. And then I want to grab, what are those vending machines? Well, the one vending machine, but I'm going to put 2 down just to keep it a little bit more than just the basic stuff. I think that's fine. I think we're in a good spot to call this though. So we're going to go limit room usage, put a canteen here. Now we have an actual canteen. So what we're going to do, go into staff, manage staff, and we're going to hire some people for this, right? So if we look at what time people come into work, our teams get here at 8 in the morning, right? So 8 a.m. is people get here. So probably having people here at 6 to cook is probably a good thing. I'm going to hire 1, 2, 3, 4 cooks at 6 a.m. They leave at 10. So at 10 a.m. we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 more cooks. And I think this will be enough to soothe that demand. So we're going to skip forward to the very next day and start looking. And I'm going to start seeing, well, also if I could talk. We're going to see our cooks come in. And I want to see if they're actually making meals and things like that and see how this all works. I have no idea how any of this works. Are they coming in? Oh, I said 6 a.m. and I'm looking at 2 a.m. wondering where everybody is. They should start showing up here in the next couple of minutes though. There they are. So we got chefs cooking stuff. They're putting it on the conveyor belts and then it's filling up these trays, which everybody's coming in for breakfast, which kind of makes sense. And now are they going to have enough time to make food for lunch? Let's see. We got to watch out and make sure there's enough food for everybody. There we go. Everybody's grabbing plates. We had enough food. We actually had a couple plates left over, and I think that's fine. We have a good balance there, but that's another benefit that we provide for our employees. They don't have to bring their own food now. We provide lunches for them, and I think that's really good. I also want to look at employee benefits, so we're going to go into employee benefits and look at some of the stuff that we can do. Do we want to do a pension? Someone retires, do we want to give them a little bit of money? Definitely something we can do. We could probably afford fairly easily. So I think we'll do $100 a month. I think that's fine. Not an insane amount, but I think it's fine, right? Vacation, we'll keep it at 1 month. Christmas bonus, we want to do that kind of stuff. Company cars, I don't think we can afford that just yet. We can give them some health insurance. They get hurt. We can cover $10,000 per hospitalization. You go to the hospital, we'll pay you $10,000. Somebody dies, I think we can pay their families $25,000 as a compensation package, and I think it'll be fine. We're gonna go ahead and update this, apply, and now with higher benefits, people start getting a little bit happier. Their employees like coming in to work more, and they work even harder because they have something to work for. They have actual benefits, right? So we're moving in the right direction with keeping our employees happy, and I think it's phenomenal. I want to get this thing done, hopefully relatively soon. There we go. Look at our kitchen staff just going at it. Super cool stuff. We'll release that update. That's fine. Like, what's holding us up on this? They must be in meetings or something, because there's no way this is going this slow now. Oh, we're in July. Everybody's on vacation. Makes sense. July and August are our busiest vacation days. Completely forgot about that every time. We never finished advertisement in July or August as well because we're on vacation, so nobody's really here doing stuff. Vision Studio 3 is about to die, so we're going to lower the advertisement cost to $10,000, pocket a little bit more of the change rather than just sending it off in marketing. We just want to look at what we have in stock to make sure we have enough stuff going here. 23,000 of whatever this is. What is this? How do we bug number 7? And it's still making $1 million. We need more copies of that, so we're going to go ahead and start printing. We might not have enough time to print. Limits. Can we just print 258,000 copies? Let's see if we can get any of this out tonight. We should be able to. We have couriers and stuff coming in the evening, I think. Yeah, some of that's going down. So that's good. We have couriers coming in. We should have enough in stock for the day. Yep, 60,000. Yeah, we're set. No problem at all. What happened here? Vacation. 64 employees went on vacation. We have a lot of employees now. Super exciting, actually. At least I'm excited. I love growing these companies in Software Inc. I feel like it adds, doesn't add anything. Just the idea of like owning a big tech company is pretty exciting. And I'm glad this game really lets you have that simulation. We're almost done with the coding. Going to be September next month, which means our entire team should be back besides people who call in sick, because it always happens. Someone calls in sick. We miss out on a couple of opportunities, but we're getting close to the point where it's not going to matter. We'll do $25,000 in advertisement for that now because it's starting to die out. But whole team's going to be here, so everything's going to go a bit quicker. So we should be able to finish this either October or November, and we'll be in a solid place. Hopefully. Cleaning is still, I think, enough. It's obviously going to be messy when people are walking in and things like that, but looks like with our cleaners that we have, we're keeping the place clean and it's not turning into a disgusting pigsty. I think it's fine. We also hired more IT and maintenance guys last time because everything was kind of starting to burn down. So it's kind of something we had to do, but I think it's a move in the right direction. Also, I'm not happy with this building, so either going to rebuild a different building or I'm going to go download one from Steam Workshop and call it a day. It's a possibility too. We'll see. I just feel like it's not done. It feels unfinished. Like, yeah, this feels unfinished. So I definitely want to make moves to that down the road. Not now. We still have a lot to do before we can do that. So not going to stress about it too hard. Can we really get this coding done, please? Can we look at our 3D team and there we go. Okay, October 2011. We released July 2012, which means we can start promoting this into beta, actually. Start working on a press release because we are behind on marketing like crazy. We're going to get a press build going out. Let's get that going. And we're going to get some press hype going to hopefully prevent any of those followers that we currently have from going down even more because we're down to 12 followers. This might be a disastrous release. We're also months out from release, so we're going to start printing this thing. We're going to go to limit. We're going to print 500,000 copies. And once that prints out, it's going to stop and that'll be fine. 7 employees called in sick. No problem. I'm not stressed about it. It'll be fine. We got 41 bugs left on Hide Out OS. So when we get that going, we still have, what was that? 310,000 active users. That's pretty crazy. Means people are still enjoying our product and they're coming back and they're using it longer and longer and longer, which is really cool. Means that the product is not dying out yet, which is a positive thing, obviously. Cool. Vision Studio number 3 is up to actually, no, sorry, Vision Studio 3D is up to a good amount of followers now, so I think that's really good. We're gonna go ahead and accept all of these raises like we usually do, and we're also gonna stop this recording right here because we're about to hit a new year, and that doesn't really matter, but it's a good excuse to end the episode. And also, I know I said I was gonna work on project management, but I didn't get around to it. Had a lot of stuff going on, did some upgrades to the building, got a nice canteen going for all of our staff, and I think it's a move in the right direction to keeping everybody happy, getting productivity up, and things like that. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you in the very, very next one. Please stay fantastic. Bye-bye.